What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back with you for another charity race. That's right, tonight it's all about 4 leagues, just about 40 drivers, just shy of 2 pretty heavy hitters, but we're about to get down to it. Qualifying now underway from Chicagoland Speedway, and tonight we're looking at ARCS, we're looking at ENEA, we're looking at IVRL, and we're looking at the one and only Shake and Bake. Definitely want to say a big thank you to Downton Gaming, DRMF Dump, John Smeal, and ENEA Hound Dog for the very recent follows. Just before I was ready to go live, we're going to go ahead and pick up on some of these guys as they go on out there and try to throw down a lap, see who can grab the pole. And oh, by the way, this is one hell of a very loose racetrack tonight. I'll go ahead and show you some of the weather conditions here in just a moment, but let's go ahead and pick up with qualifying, see how these guys are doing. Rock NASCAR, the first one out there in the booth, as always, showing his colors, saying hello to the booth and the best of luck to all drivers. He is wishing just about 40 guys the best of luck in these next gen cars, all for charity, right here from Chicagoland. And I'll tell you, it's going to be one hell of a race. I took part in practice last night, and man, were these things loose. They actually kicked off this race earlier in the sim day. That way, maybe the track would have a little bit more grip. As you see, Brial come across the line right there in his first lap in this number 74 machine, to try to, set the bar. See who can come across it. And just as we say that, Seth Wansing in his number 9 A-Shock ARCS car goes to the top of the board. A lot of guys out here, including the one and only Joel Conley, old Kool-Aid, driving, as you see right there on the right rear for IVRL, and Pinkett forward. Guys and gals out there, the information regarding the 2 charities that they're racing for tonight are down in my About section. Please go on down, read up on them, and they will absolutely appreciate any possible donations that you can make. And I might even throw a little something out there extra just a little bit later on. We'll have to see how it goes, but not too bad for him. Let's pick up with old Timmy Moore now, as Kid Bake 524 smashes the follow button. There's Tim Moore right now in his number 324. I'm gonna guess 24. Maybe a little bit of a throwback, maybe. Backstage guitar lab. Looks like Camaro is going to come to a stop there. Let's pick up with Cody Pennell, though, in this number 28 Ford Mustang GT. So Brial, top of the board, that was on his second lap. Wansing, he's up P2. Looks like Pennell P3, and we were just keeping an eye on the one and only Joel Conley, old Mr. Kool-Aid, for P number 4. But I tell you what, if this guy has anything to say about it, he's going to try to get up there and grab that top spot if he can. And again, talking about Cody Pennell, coming down off of turn 4, all the way down across the apron. And yep, top of the board for Pennell. Let's pick up now with James Fillers. BK Doug out there saying, Pete, how you doing? I am doing all right, Doug. I cannot complain one little iota. James Fillers looks like just kind of rocking it back and forth. You are going to see some repeat numbers out here tonight. They were told they could run whatever number they wanted as long as it was not the same paint scheme. So that's exactly what they're doing. How about Matthew Baker here in this number 26? He's in this Camaro. Just all the way down on the apron. Don't really see where he's put down a time yet. He's just getting up to speed and coming up on track. You see him just now going down the backstretch, heading towards turns 3 and 4. Yeah, for a second there, I was kind of listening to it, whether he's actually on the hard on the throttle or if he was kind of babying it. So it looks like he's on the throttle now, just kind of standing on it, son, as they would say in Smokey and the Bandit. So this will be his first lap in this number 26 Coasting Thunder Camaro. Definitely hope everybody out there is doing all right. It's going to be a great race as this goes forward. And while these guys are out here in qualifying, let's go ahead and show you exactly what it is they're going to be dealing with tonight. Let's go ahead and clear all that away. and bring up your track facts. Right now, 71 degrees with a... I can't... Hold on, let's do this a little bit different. How's that? There we go. 71 degrees with a track temp of 76 degrees. So that's why these guys are just a little bit faster and doing a hell of a job. All right, let's go ahead and bring the tower back up. That way you guys can all keep up with your favorite drivers. Holding on to it, trying to anyway. That is one thing about these next gen cars. If you try to save them more often times than not, they're going to snap and you're not going to have anything to say about it. How about the 50 now of John Honeycutt? He's just now coming up to speed. And as I say that, looks like the 7 of Reynolds at the top of the board. This is Honeycutt's first lap, just completed his first lap rather. Now sitting in P number 12 as Britt moves on up to P number 2. Honeycutt all the way up by that outside wall, all the way down, heading down into turns 3 and 4. These things are absolutely a handful. So if he can really get back on the throttle and try to come across that start stripe, you know he's going to go ahead and dive it down at the start stripe. Survey says P5 so far for Honeycutt. Perrin Huggins, let's check in with this number 20. Looks like Camaro as well. Roslyn out there saying, yes, let's go Honeycutt. Same thing as BK Doug saying, let's go Honeycutt. Gary out there as well. Perrin's right now looking pretty good. He's kind of running that middle line. So he's got a little bit of track if he's got to try to catch it coming down across the start stripe. And this guy's usually pretty fast. Let's see what he's able to do here on his second lap. It doesn't look like it did anything for the top 10 so far, but I imagine that that Perrin's going to be pretty fast when it comes to race time. Alf York, definitely appreciate the 25 bits, bud, and thank you very, very much. Good luck tonight in your shake and bake machine. It's going to be good to see you out there. So Perrin Huggins looks like unfortunately able to crack the top 10. Let's go ahead and pick up with Dakota Long and his number 18 ENEA Camaro. Gary out there dropping 10 bits. Thank you very much, Gary. It's going to be a hell of a race, guys and gals. I cannot wait to bring all this to you. I've been looking forward to this for actually quite a while. And I wasn't quite sure how these next-gen cars were going to deal or how these guys were going to deal with 40 cars out here. Wait till you see them gridded up. It looks amazing. I'm just hoping that these guys can all handle it with a big old pack, because if they can't, we're going to see quite a few wrecks, quite a few damaged cars, and quite a few hurt egos, I think. But we'll have to see. How about James Filler now? It looks like he is done. Timothy Moore back out again in this number 32 Chevy Camaro. Backstage Guitar Lab looking pretty good. Still Reynolds, Jua, Cortez, Britt, and Honeycutt as your top 5. Everybody doing one hell of a job. So far, 31 cars have taken time. And you want to hear what's really, really cool? I was just looking through the remaining cars that have not taken time. We're actually going to have, so far, 41 cars out here on track. So we'll have to see how this all works out. But I'm glad. Again, this whole race is for charity. It's all about Pink It Forward. And a great little attraction where everybody gets treated like 5-star celebrities at a great little amusement park. Again, go on down to the About section, read all about both charities, and if you can, give. It absolutely is appreciated. Peter Roggenthine out there looks like going to go ahead and try to catch up with him right now. There he is in this number 42 Reese's Toyota Camry. And that looks like that is going to be it for the cautions. So looks like Reynolds up top, Jua, Cortez, Britt, Honeycutt, Holzer, Ray, Sears, Allard, and Book. Let's go ahead and actually show you how the grid is going to go ahead and set up. So there you go. Reynolds in his number 7, Jua, Cortez, Britt, Honeycutt, Holzer, Donald Ray, Tom Sears, Micah Allard, Brendan Book, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, hello, Mr. Kerr, and I'm sorry, Mr. Kirk rather, and then Alex Zimkowski. Let's go ahead on to the next page. Toby Estes, Cody Pinnell, Dakota Long, Jeremy Briel starting P16, Seth Wansing 17th, Perrin Huggins 18th, Maxwell Castro P19, Ryan Lindemann 20th, Charles Garrick with Tristan Help to his outside, Ryan Farrell and Jaden Gimbel. That's going to be row number 12. Going on through, James Fillers with John Smeal, Larry Jr., Tommy Schaefer, Matt Baker, Timothy Moore, Joel Conley, Kool-Aid, oh yeah, Jordan McGraw, Old J-Mac, Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty, Nick Pressey, Mike York, Alpha York for all those that you know him by that, with Jacob Kerr. And to finish up the field, looks like it's going to be Randy Hinshaw, Tom Andrews, Peter Roggenheim, Ryan Pennell, and Mr. Wright, Mr. Briley Wright. So good job by all. And again, guys, remember, this whole race here at Chicagoland is all about, it's all about charity. So let's go ahead and bring it on up to the top of the field and watch these guys as they go. But again, this is all about Pink It Forward, which is a breast cancer awareness charity, and Give Kids the World Village. Definitely very, very well worth it. And I definitely want to thank everybody that's come on out. Looking at this huge field, Pace Car is going to go ahead and pull off. Everybody at pace speed, side by side. It's going to be one hell of a race. Ladies and gents, go ahead and grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. You're in for one hell of a treat. Once again, I'll go ahead and show you the weather. As you can see, definitely a bit overcast, 71 degree air temp, 76 degree track temp. So it's gonna be good at first. It's gonna be all kinds of grip, and we're gonna be able to really get on that throttle just a little bit more than they were in practice yesterday. I'm also gonna go ahead and pull up your track map. That way you can see where your favorite driver is all race long. Again, big thank you to ENEA, IVRL, Shake and Bake, and ARCS for coming on out here, dueling it up in Chicagoland. Now what would be considered a legacy track here on iRacing. I definitely want to thank all of you out there in chat for coming out as well. I'm going to go ahead and pop an ice cold sour gummy Rays as this pace car gets ready to pull off track. Gonna make that hard left towards Albuquerque, setting this field green. Are we ready to go? Yes, we are. Jan's World of Gaming out there saying, let's get it, Alpha York. Absolutely. Hard on the throttle. You're going to see a couple guys go ahead and step back. 7 first on the throttle, so he's going to be able to take it. Great start going into 1 and 2. Great look at the entire field, going all the way down off of turns 1 and 2, going down the backstretch. Huge field of 41 cars here at Chicagoland. It's going to get a little dicey here, folks. These guys really have to tiptoe for about the first 5 or 6 laps. Then the heat gets built up into the tires. The tire pressures come on up, and they're going to be able to get a little bit more aggressive. But at the restart, they're going to have to really take it easy. So you're probably not going to see the fastest laps of the race until we're a little ways into the race. Great save! But I believe that was going to be Sean Britt, if I'm not mistaken, on that bottom side. And we're going to go ahead and we're staying green. So yeah, great save by Sean Britt, and great job by everybody else to go ahead and miss him. 3 wide right now for P3. As you can see by the track map, most of the entire field is still together, doing a great job holding on to the draft that is very, very active here at Chicagoland. And from what I witnessed firsthand, and also from what a lot of these guys have told me, you don't want to be low in 3 and 4 because of the bumps down there. With as loose as these cars are, you don't want to have to, you don't want to irritate the balance of these things at the very onset, as you're still looking at the car just behind the 98. I believe that was going to be Tom Sears. Nope, it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be that ARCS car. Way to go ahead and save that coming up off the corner. Let's kind of go on back, as it looks like right now the fastest lap is a 30.59, run by none other than the one and only James Holzer, sitting right now in P number 2, right behind the guy that has led every single lap so far, Tommy Reynolds, in that number 7. So great run so far by Tommy. Challenge for the lead. Holzer down low is going to try to get on by. Going to pull side by side. 7's really got to make sure he doesn't turn down too far in, because that might actually upset it and get the car loose. By now, the car should start to be coming in. You see the 7 come on down, shut the door on the 62 of Holzer. Holzer's going to try the outside. 7 comes on up, going to go all the way down to the apron. 7's going to stay up, maybe try to pinch Holzer down with still how loose these are. I don't know if I would do that. 7 thinks better of it, stays high. Holzer's going to try to challenge for the lead. 7's going to try to carry the momentum off the high side. New leader, 62 of Holzer. So we are 7 laps in. Holzer started P6, and by lap number 7 was able to go on up and take the lead. Sean Britt right now up 1 spot, sitting P3. He had a front row seat with everything that was going on right there. Connor Cordes in this number 15 for ENEA. Right now down 1 spot, still sitting P number 4. And John Honeycutt still breaking even, running right where he started in P5. Let's go on back a little bit more in the field. Let's actually go on up with the blimp and take a look at what this place looks like high above the track as they go on across the start stripe to start lap number 9. Big track, mile and a half in distance. Definitely want to thank all 25 people right now that are out there in chat. Welcome to this 41 or 40 car bash between ARCS, ENEA, IVRL, and Shake and Bake. As you see the 12 slow down there on the apron. This is all about charity and all about bragging rights. Again, it's all about pink it forward and give the kids the World Village. Guys and gals, go on down to my About section. You'll see everything about both of those charities, and it'll also bring you to their link where you can go ahead on through and donate. Please, when you donate, don't keep it anonymous. Come on back out there in chat. Let us know that you donated so we can give you the recognition that you absolutely deserve. That's what it's all about. Breast cancer awareness and these kids being taken care of at a Storybook Village. Picking up now with Tommy Sears a little bit further back here in this number 14 RaceArcs.com machine. I tell you what, if you've missed Tommy Sears on Saturday nights in the Saturday Night Showdown series, man, I tell you what, this guy, he's got a highlighter yellow number 14 RaceArcs.com Camaro that he races there. And man, not only is the car easily seen anywhere on track, but man, he has absolutely put that Camaro through its paces as well. The man's bad fast, got at least 1 win under his belt that season, and always does a great job. How about the number 5 here of Brendan Book in his Shake and Bake machines? He's again rocking that Storybook Village for the children, right with Tristan Health right behind him. Both cars matched exactly the same. And then Jeremy Brialt back here in his Mustang GT. It's going to be that Taco Bell number 74. 14 out of 150 laps now in the books. We're going to go on up, pick back up with our leader, looking at James Holzer. Let's actually go ahead and take a look back from him, see what he's got. He's got a nice little gap back, but we also saw one car right in front of him. That's going to be the number 1 IVRL machine, and that is, I believe, that's going to be Joel Conley, just in front of him. Let's go ahead and take a lap around with Holzer as he runs high, wide, and handsome, keeping his number 62 Camaro wound up. Going to try to get on by Conley. Go ahead and crank it up, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and start low, build it back up again. That was riding along with the one and only James Holzer, and the man does a phenomenal job no matter what he's in and when he's in it, including the Monday Night Shake and Bake Cup Series when he's rocking those EMGG colors. Both him and Crooks do a phenomenal job. But let's keep on going through the field. Let's go on back with let's try Alex Zimkowski. Back here in this number 31 Mustang GT, he's got the 32 of Timmy Moore right to his outside, looking pretty good in that IVRL machine. And then right now, yeah, Alex is sitting in 23rd. Charles Garrick up here, also rocking the IVRL Pinkett forward colors in his number 76. James Fillers, Michael York, and company all really battling it out. Here's a nice little battle between the 48 and the 8 of Tom Flitcroft. This is a battle for 26th and 27th. Just ahead of them, here's the 31, 24, and I'm sorry, 23 and 20. Nope, that is two 24s. Okay. No, it's a 32 and a 24. I promise I'll get these numbers right. Absolutely. It's just the paint schemes kind of throw it off. You see the 24 underneath the 32, you get it. AJ Ray out there saying, let's go D-Ray. Gary throwing up a few emojis. Also, again, rooting on Alpha York. Cat 443 saying, go Baker. Same thing Cody Baker. Of course, some support out there for the one and only Honeycutt and others. Again, definitely appreciate all of you that are out there working lap 21 right now, all caution-free here in this 40-car bash between IVRL, ARCS, ENEA, and of course the one and only Shake and Bake, as you see the 48 ducking underneath the 32 of Timmy Moore. Move on up just a little bit. Try old Donald Ray. There's your driver right now sitting in P19, down 12 spots in his number 41 ARCS Pinkett forward machine. But you know what? I wouldn't really worry about his position right now. Still a whole lot of racing to go. Plus, in the beginning of this race, the cars are super, super loose. So I'm sure he just kind of, let the car come in, and then he can start getting a little bit more aggressive with the throttle as the race goes on. Matt Baker right now in this 26 machine, up 13 spots up to P16 since the race started. Excuse me. I believe he's probably the biggest mover, in fact. Yep, Matt Baker in this 26, sitting P16. He is the biggest mover, so he has picked up the most amount of spots as the race has gone on. He's got that 28 Red Bull machine for Cody Pennell right to his outside. Had to do a little bit of a pull to the inside. That way he didn't get into that 28. You see that IVRL 43 come up off the bottom. They're side by side, 2 rows deep, going into turn 1. Smil Strong, go number 44. Let's see if we can find that double 4 for you right now. He is, I thought I saw him just a little bit ago. Yeah, there he is. Sitting back in 32nd right now in his Smil Racing Designs Ford Mustang GT. And just ahead of him, you see Jacob Kerr and company. This is a little bit of a battle right now for P number 30. Guys absolutely doing everything they can. 31 had a whole lot of momentum, but Kerr came on up and had just enough room to be able to be clear and take that spot. So JL Smil out there rooting on that number 44. Let's go ahead and check up with Micah Allard in his number 61 as him and James Holzer got a nice little battle going on. I take that back. It's actually, hold on, Micah Allard and Dakota Long, as well as Connor Cordes. So that's the battle. Holzer's still 3.27 seconds up on the 7 in second place. I mentioned Dakota Long in that number 18 ENEA machine. Right now sitting in P number 6, up 9 spots from where this race started. Giving that 61 of Micah Allard a big old shove going into the corner. But good thing they were up high, and good thing that they've got a few laps under their belt right now, because that kind of push might have actually ended poorly if Micah wasn't able to hold on to it. So 18 keeping it up high, wide, and handsome. There you see the 50 of John Honeycutt right now sitting P number 7, and right behind him is going to be the number 5 for Brendan Book. Both of those team shake and bake drivers. Again, guys out there in chat, don't forget, if you go to my About section of my channel, you will see the charity pages for both of the charities that are being raced for tonight. Obviously, Pink It Forward and the Give Kids the World charity, where they get treated to a storybook village at no cost whatsoever to them. You hear things like with TJ's team and St. Jude's and all that, where parents don't have to worry about bills whenever they go to or have to go to any kind of a pediatric unit. It's kind of the same thing, except these kids, I would probably liken it a little bit more to like a Make-A-Wish kind of a thing, where they go to a storybook village and the kids and their parents don't have to worry about anything at all. Great little three-way battle here still between the 50, the 18, and the 5. And now you add one more to that. We're talking about the 3 right there, which I believe is 1 lap down. Let's see if we can't find out exactly who that is. And that's going to be Larry Hensley Jr. in this ENEA number 3 Camaro. So he did just go a lap down, right now sitting 33rd. All right, let's get a little bit of a different look for us here. Let's go ahead and pull up the ticker, see if we can't actually give you a little bit more of a view here, and we'll pick a driver out there in chat. Any driver, first serve. We'll take a lap or two around with them, see exactly what they're dealing with, and at the same time, y'all can go ahead and crank it up. All right, so looking for Honeycutt. It looks like we got some takers coming down pit road, so we might have to wait just a moment. Several cars coming on down pit road. There's the 74 Taco Bell machine. You got the 66 of Trey Kirk, the 41 of Donald Ray. I'm seeing a little bit of a theme here. Cody Pinnell, all of these ENEA drivers coming on out, or first coming on down, and then going to be coming on out. Working lap 33 of 150, so great job by every single one of them. Looks like they were all able to come on down without any kind of an issue, and then come on back out as we watch even more going on down pit road. You see the pace car parked right there, waiting to pick up. And again, we're talking about Tom Sears, Dakota Long, and Seth Wansing still on pit road. There is that number 9 A-Shock machine. That's going to be Seth Wansing. Tom Sears up here in that number 14 Race ARCS machine. So more and more going on down pit road. James Holzer still leading. Peter Rothgein still also on pit road. Sean Brick coming on down pit road, I believe, as well. Yep, he's going to go ahead and whoa it up and slow it up in his number 98 ENEA machine, hitting pit road, trying not to speed, but at the same time being very, very careful, or being very, very aggressive, so that way he doesn't lose too much time. So looks like the first one that was cheered on was the one and only Honeycutt. Right now he finds himself in P number 2 behind Brendan Book just up here. So Honeycutt, let's go ahead and look forward from him, see exactly what he's looking at. No, he's actually going to come on down pit road. Same thing with Maxwell Castro coming to the line, downshifting and doing everything that he's got to do. It's Donkey. Thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to this 40-car bash between ARCS, ENEA, IVRL, and Shake and Bake. We are under our first green flag round of pit stops, working lap 36. Honeycutt on pit road. Tristan Helf, Ryan Farrell, Tom Schaefer, Ryan Lindemann, Jaden Gimbel, and many, many others all down pit road for their first stop. So a couple cars able to go just a little bit further. A couple cars able to stay out. So great job by all. As you see all these guys exiting pit road, some just now pulling in, but all these other guys coming on out, getting through first, getting through second gear, going to keep it on the apron all the way out, and then you still see that traffic up on track that they've got to worry about. So they cannot go down, or they cannot merge onto the track until they've actually passed the blend line. The blend line I'll show you right now is this number 57 ENEA machine comes on all the way around the apron, and you'll see a blue cone at the end of that. That's where he's able to merge. There's that cone. Oh, we got our first caution, lap 37 of 150, and it looks like this might have something to do. I thought I just saw a name pop up for me. Peter Rogentheim, very, very possible. Let's go ahead and pick up with him and find out exactly what happened. All right. All right, let's try that again. Let's pick up with, see if we can't pick up with Peter. Okay, that might be why it was giving me a little bit of an issue, because he has already brought it to the garage, unfortunately. All right, so anybody that has not gone down pit road will now have a chance to come on down pit road, including the 62 of Holzer. I don't think he pit yet, and we're actually going to go ahead and double check that. Let's go ahead and clear the board, bring your tower back up. I think it's very, very possible that there's going to be a lot of cars one lap or more down. Right now, yeah, it looks like up to P29 is a lap down. Holzer, again, racing for Team Shake and Bake. Let's see if we can't actually pull Holzer to the booth and see what he's got on his mind. James Holzer, driver of this number 62 Shake and Bake machine. See you there behind the pace car. That Camaro's looking pretty clean. You got old Mr. Moore right behind you. You've also trapped quite a few cars a lap down. How you feeling about your race so far, sir?
Feeling pretty good. The setup's a little bit of a handful. Once you get a few laps under it, it's pretty confident. I kind of overdrove the right front a little bit, but could definitely make some adjustments for the last third of this, or the last 2/3 of this race, I should say.
So I didn't quite catch whether you had actually gone down pit road as of yet. Judging since there's so many guys trapped a lap down, I'm gonna guess you haven't.
I have. I did make the cycle.
Okay. All right. So that means, you're blinking out just a little bit. Let me go ahead and switch this up just for a moment. Yeah, doing a great job. So right now, up to 29th is one lap down. I was anticipating that it was going to be very, very sketchy on the restart. How have the track conditions improved as that green flag run went along?
This track's going to get a little bit warmer as it goes on, just because it started in the daytime, so it's going to get treacherous and more treacherous as the runs go on. We were practicing, did a practice race. It was like 110 degrees, and it was really, really loose, and it's a little bit more manageable today, but just going to have to manage that temperature getting warmer and warmer.
All right, Holzer, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back. I see the lights on top. The pace car are still on, but I'll let you prepare and think about what you're going to have to do on this restart. Good luck as always, sir.
Thanks so much, Pete.
You got it, buddy. All right, so that was James Holzer, driver of that 62 for Shake and Bake. You see right behind him the 74 of Jeremy Briault, John Honeycutt, Trey Kirk, and Toby Estes gonna be your top 5. Next time around, they're gonna go ahead and get back double file, and Kat, I do see you out there. I will go ahead and pick up with Baker, see exactly where he stands and how he's doing. It should actually be a pretty good restart from his view. He's all the way back in 38th right now. So what he sees in front of him is going to be a great big hornet's nest, we could say, of cars all around. Let's actually go on back and pick up with him right now. And actually, I'm gonna guess Baker is actually out. Yeah, I'm going to guess that Baker is actually out, because when I try to pull him up, it automatically switched the scene over to scenic, and that means that his car is in the garage. So Baker's night is unfortunately done for, but again, it is all for charity, and these guys have been doing one hell of a job so far. Let's actually switch on over to Holzer's rear deck cam and see exactly how this restart works for him. There we go. So you see a big old field behind him. He's got Honeycutt. You see the name right across the tape right behind him, so he's going to be able to give him a big old shove. Here we go, hard on the throttle. 74 Taco Bell machine 2 is outside. Everybody, double file. This is going to be interesting, barreling off into turn number 1. Let's go ahead and bring your track map back up. That way you can keep tabs of this pack from the rear deck lid of Holzer looking on. Caution number 2 is out, and we saw that if you looked at the top of your screen, or if you were watching the top of your screen as that was going on, you saw one car hard up into the outside wall, a little bit of a loose condition. I think it might have been the one and only Brendan Book. So let's go ahead and switch on up, see if we can find out what happened with Brendan. So riding along with the 5, it looks like this is already after the fact. So let's go ahead and rewind with him and play it back again. But you definitely see some damage to that rear end. And I'm going to guess he tried to catch it, just unfortunately was not able to. Nope, I'm going to guess it was. Let's go ahead and stop that and pick back up live. Let's go ahead and look again. Let's try with Nicholas Pressey. There we go. That's what we were looking for. All right, let's go ahead and rewind it. Blinking a little bit, unfortunately. And all right, let's go ahead and play it from here. All right, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to get a good view of it because he is blinking. So let's just go ahead and bring it back live. Very, very unfortunate for him. But yeah, Holzer, Honeycutt, Briault, Trey Kirk, and Toby Estes still your top 5. In qualifying, I said we're going to want to keep an eye on this guy. The number 20 for Perrin Huggins in this this Subway Eat Fresh Toyota Camry. This guy, he has been bad fast over on the console side and also here on iRacing. And the more he gets used to it, the better and better he is going to get. Y'all might know him as the one and only PTH the GOAT. And yeah, he is he's actually really, really good. All right, so Gary is suggesting the one and only Alpha. So let's check in with Alpha York right now. Alpha York right now sitting P12, up 23 spots from where he qualified. Good job, absolutely great job by Alpha. Let's go ahead and bring your scoring pylon back. And let's go ahead and grab another look at the weather, see if anything's changed. So it looks like the air temperature has gone up by 1 degree, but look at the track temp, up to 82 degrees. So Holzer was talking about a really, really warm track earlier, and you could definitely see that the track temp has gone up even more. All right, let's go ahead and bring your track map up again. Keeping an eye on everybody. Holzer and Honeycutt up here 1-2. They're going to restart the same exact way. Honeycutt will be to his outside. Jeremy Briault will restart 3rd. Trey Kirk 4th. And Toby Estes P number 5. You see right now you can tell that at least the 2 car of Andrews was out. Possibly a couple others as well. But right now only the top 28 are on the lead lap. It also looks like Baker, Roggenthine, and Wright all out of the race. So very unfortunate for those guys. When they went green earlier this evening, they all had 2 fast repairs, which means they had the ability that if they wrecked or got wrecked or something like that happened, they could go down pit road, whether they had to tow it or not, and get that machine fixed up and come on back out, just like having a brand new car. So I'm going to guess they were involved in more than just one incident. But you see a long line of cars behind these guys. I'm going to guess that the lights on the pace car, yep, they just went out. So everybody's going to come on back up, catch back up, get racked and stacked back up, and get ready to smash that throttle pedal one more time. Frozen Toes out there in chat. Eliza Bethel, you are absolutely welcome to come on in and keep me company. These guys have been doing one hell of a job. As you can see there on the scoring pylon, working lap 47, only the 2nd caution so far. Doing a phenomenal job. Right now, your team shake and bake drivers between John Honeycutt and James Holzer leading the way with a couple of others. You see all these purple cars right behind them, all racked and stacked, doing one hell of a job. She's saying big shout out to these guys. Wish I could be there. Not home right now, about 30 minutes out. You drive safely, and we'll see you soon. All right, so coming up off the corner, 6250 and company. You see the pace car is off. You're about to hear these machines come to life one more time. 62 hard on the throttle, and because he's a teammate tonight with the 50 of Honeycutt, he was able to tell him exactly when he was going to smash that loud pedal. That's how Honeycutt was able to get the same jump as Holzer. Usually these two are on opposite ends of the spectrum when we're talking about Monday nights in the Shake and Bake Cup Series. These two are usually battling it out. Tonight, they are teammates, all with Team Shake and Bake. And again, guys and gals, go on down to my About section. You'll find all the information about these two charities that they're all racing for. Again, most are racing for the Pink It Forward breast cancer awareness service. And then, of course, Give Kids the World Village. Caution number 3 is live. See if we can find out what happened here. Looks like it might have something to do with Jacob Kerr, unfortunately. Let's see if we can't catch up with Jacob Kerr and find out what happened with that with his machine. There you see the yellow. Looks like he might. Let's actually back that up just a little bit, and we'll play it from there. So you see the 11 up high, and it looks like the 48 just got a little loose. 41 had to check up. 48 continued to try to save it, and when he did, it just kept on steering down into the infield. Nowhere to go. Blocked off a few lanes of traffic. Kerr, by all measures, really didn't get that much of the damage, but definitely missing the rear bumper cover. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch this up. Let's go back up and pick up with the. Actually, let's do one better first. What do you say we go back live? There we go. So yeah, Jacob Kerr and several others involved in that. Connor Cortez, Alex Zimkowski, Mike York, as well as a couple of others. And right now, the guys that are up at the top of the field, talking about Holzer and Honeycutt again. They're also in the safest place. I mentioned that the track temp jumped about 10 degrees since the start of this race. We are now a third of the way through. So in practice yesterday, you heard Holzer talk about a much warmer track temp. The track temp has jumped 10 degrees since the start of this race, which means these cars are going to react to that. These drivers have to know how to react to the track temp changing. Maybe a little bit more, a little less rear brake. Do whatever they've got to do to go ahead and figure that out. Looks like the lights on the pace car are still on, so let's see if we can't jump in with the one and only John Honeycutt and see if we can't have a quick word with driver 50 for Shake and Bake. Let's take a look here. Definitely know right where to find him. Driver 50, Shake and Bake, talking about the one and only John Honeycutt. Buddy, it's repeat up in the booth. It looks like you and Holzer have a nice little thing going on, running 1 and 2. Both of your Camaros are spotless. Talk to us about the race and what's changing with this track. We're seeing the track temp has jumped about 10 degrees since the start of this race.
All you're doing is just giving me bad news, Repeat. I have no idea what I'm doing out here. I'm just trying to hold on to this thing and just learn as much as I can behind Holzer, and he's one of the best out here. So just learning and doing what he's telling me to do and going from there, really. I mean, I'm just learning, just going, riding.
Well,
try to keep this thing straight.
Well, tonight, it's not a typical Monday night where we're worried about points or anything like that. Tonight is all about charity, and you're running for the Give the Kids the World Village charity, where it's like a storybook village for children that have illnesses and sicknesses that could quite possibly be irrecoverable. Frozen Toes or Eliza Bethel pick this charity, and you got a pretty strong team behind you. I mentioned everybody can go on over to the About section of my channel and donate. Please, by all means, get the word out there. And man, we wish you all kinds of luck. You keep the sunny side up, as the one and only Rick James would normally say.
Oh yeah, and this organization is awesome. They're from Orlando. I kind of work with them from time to time through my job, and Elizabeth Davis, she's normally does all the promotions and all the events for the children and the families, and takes care of everybody and makes sure everybody has a good time. So kudos to her, and again, you know, I can't wait till the end of this race. Hopefully we can get some money in and donate to that group. So.
All right, buddy. Well, I know you're about ready to go back green. I'll get you back with the rest of your Shake and Bake partners. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. All right, so that is John Honeycutt talking all about the charity that they're racing for. There you see the 50 making that hard left turn off the track and onto pit road. Back green. Top two getting single file, 74, P number 3. Behind them still double file. And here comes that 20 of Perrin trying to continue to work his way on up. So you see you definitely see the top two. Here's the view from the back of Honeycutt right now, off of his back deck lid, and you definitely see a lot of traffic behind him. Again, 41 cars started this race tonight. Two very notable names were not able to make the field. Talking about not Honeycutt. I was watching Honeycutt get a little loose rather. Talking about Dan Buttafuoco and Jordan Bain. Unfortunately, unable to make the race. Let's go ahead and get off of Honeycutt's car and get on back up. Looks like Holzer is able to hold on. Great battle here, though, for P number 2 between the 74 came down, almost made contact. Looks like this is going to be Connor Cortez and a few others. Let's see if we can find out what happened. Fourth caution of the night is out. Let's see what happened here. Let's pick up with Connor Cortez. You see him. Let's go ahead and actually back up from there. Find out what happened. Put him down in the grass. You see one car getting just a little loose. Let's go ahead and play it forward. So you see the 15 down, getting a little bit of a run underneath the 11. And yeah, just looks like the 18 completely lost it on the wheel. Comes back up, just tags the back end of his ENEA teammate. And Connor Cortez does a great job saving it. Did not go up and smash the outside wall. Able to, steer it safely back out onto the apron. And did not come back up on track. Great job by him. That could have been very, very bad if he had collected more cars. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live and see what's happening here. All right, so here is the 20 of PTH, the GOAT. Let's see if we can find him right now. Talking about Perrin Huggins again. There he is. AJ Ray, thank you very much for the 500 bits. Definitely appreciate you, sir. Absolutely. Let's check in with Perrin. Thank you very much. Perrin Huggins, driver of this number 20 Subway Eat Fresh Camry. Bud, you got Holzer with a mirror full of this 20 right behind him. You are now up 17 spots since the start of this race. How you feeling about this thing? Seems like you're marching up through the field pretty well.
Yeah, Pete, I feel good. The car's real loose, man. But that comes with race in here, but we'll try and manage it and win this thing, man. Let's see what happens.
Well, buddy, in qualifying, I definitely said you're gonna definitely have to be a car to watch out for, and man, I absolutely stand by that. Going back to the console side, PTH the GOAT, I got a chance to meet you down in Daytona last August when you were trying out the new Ignition game that unfortunately forced everybody to come on over to iRacing in order to have any kind of a quality sim. how do you feel about your chances to grab the W, sir?
It will be tough. I know James is real fast. He's the guy to beat. So we'll see what happens, man. There's tons of racing left. We'll have to see.
All right, buddy. I will go ahead and I'll get you back with your teammate. You were with IVRL, right?
ENEA.
ENEA. How did I get that wrong? All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back. It looks like Holzer actually came on off the track and grabbed his 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods and go ahead and top it off. So you got the lead all to yourself with the 74 right behind you. Go get it in that subway machine.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, buddy.
You got it. You got it. All right, that was Perrin Huggins again. PTH the GOAT from back on the Xbox side. The man is bad fast everywhere he goes. He's bad fast on Xbox. Here on iRacing does a phenomenal job as well. And I tell you what, from meeting him in Daytona, he's a hell of a kid too. So let's go ahead and widen this view back out. You see the pace car still out there on track. This should be the last time. When they come across the start stripe, all those lights should go out. You see PTH to go giving, or Perrin Huggins. I got to get, I tell you what, once you get to going back to calling people by their gamer tag, it's hard to break away. Just like, Josh Arnold, J-Pod, and, and so many others. James Holzer, old, Big John, and Tom Flitty, Tom Flitcroft. So it's kind of hard to break away from that. But it's been pretty cool to watch these guys grow and do phenomenal things and put on phenomenal races for all you fans. Definitely appreciate just about all 30 of you out there. Please, again, go on over to the About section of my channel. Click on a link that best interests you for either of the charities that are being run tonight. And donate if you can, please. Hashtag be generous, like I tweeted out earlier. And once you've done that, go on up and put it in chat. Be recognized for your generosity. Like Honeycutt said, it is absolutely appreciated. These guys are all out here putting on a great show for you. 10 v10 v10 v10. It's the one and only time that I've ever seen this where you got 10 drivers from 4 great leagues trying to put on one hell of a show. 20 car hard on the throttle, able to come on up. 74 to the outside, and it looks like it's gonna be the 66 of Trey Kirk, P number 3, and I'm seeing a whole lot of white and red in that 20s rear view. Look at this sea of white and red up front, doing a hell of a job. There you see the 48, though. He's trying to split his way through. That Pinkett forward is full of momentum and trying to break up this little bit of a party. Let's see if he's able to do it. But right now, ARCS has a lot of these top positions. Caution number 5 is out. And as we look on through, looks like it's going to have something to do with Tommy Reynolds. So we'll go back through, try to pick up with Tommy and see exactly what happened with his machine. All right, so there you see the number 41, the 18 to his inside. A couple of shake and bake cars, the 8, and I think that's going to be the 11. Almost made a little bit of contact. And 41 in that middle groove. So far, so good. All right, so I'm going to guess if something happened with Tommy Reynolds, it's going to be after the fact. Because he is not actually part of this caution. Strangely enough. All right, so that's a bust. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so now we got the 74 of Jeremy Brialt. Jeremy, I know that he's running with ARCS, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there he is. Let's see if we can't pick up on the 74 here right quick. Jeremy Briel, driver 74 with Team ARCS. It is repeating the booth. Buddy, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Jeremy, doing pretty well. Up 14 spots. The 20 right in front of you, he's up 17. You and a couple others are among the most to pick up all these great spots as the race has gone on. What are you thinking about your Mustang GT tonight? Can you get up there, lead some laps, and have something when it comes to lap 150?
Yeah, if I can not get cut off every 2 laps, I'm near somebody, that would be great. That would be awesome. But yeah, once I'm not getting cut off or getting shoved in the wall, it's pretty fast. I think I'm at least a top 5 car. I don't know about a top 3. I think we got pretty lucky there on the caution there, the first one coming out of pit road, and being on the lead lap. But yeah, other than that, I think we'll be pretty good.
I tell you what, I mean, you got Taco Bell on a car, obviously Pink It Forward, breast cancer awareness, and I've told many people out there in chat, got just about 30 of them, that they can go to my channel and hit the About section and see the link for Pink It Forward. Why should they go there and donate?
I mean, breast cancer is a terrible thing. I mean, all these charities are for a good cause, but I mean, I know a couple people personally that have been affected by breast cancer, so it's a pretty terrible disease, and it's just tough on everybody that gets it, especially any cancer or anything. So, but yeah, Pink It Forward, guys, send in your money. Get some money for the boobies.
Absolutely. You got to save the tatas. I remember seeing a bumper sticker once that said that, and I never forgot it. But I definitely see you there with the Smeal Racing Designs on the side. Buddy, just think about this. You got Taco Bell on the side of the car. Imagine you just ate 10 soft tacos, and the faster you get to victory lane, the faster you can get to one of those porta-johns to let loose. Good luck the rest of your race, sir.
All right, thank you, Pete.
You got it, sir. You got it. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with the rest of your ARCS teammates. And, yeah, good luck. All right, that's driver 74 again. Jeremy Briault with Team ARCS doing one hell of a job and racing for Pink It Forward here tonight in this great bash that all these guys are here to race with. Again, 10 v10 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 ARCS ENEA, which ENEA just recently moved on over to iRacing. IVRL's been around for a little while, and of course Shake and Bake has been on console for a very, very long time. Their Monday and Thursday night series is actually season 1 here on iRacing. Tomorrow night, you'll actually be able to catch up with the Shake and Bake IndyCar Series live from the Brickyard. You're not going to want to miss it. It's actually going to be over on Traction. That's TRAXIONGG. So twitch.tv/TractionGG to catch up with that race tomorrow. But let's go ahead and widen this back out one more time, clear this information, and we definitely wish the 74 great luck. Behind him, some of the other guys that have made up a lot of spots. As you see, the light atop the pace car is out. James Fillers right now sitting P number 6 in his 24, up 19 spots. Jordan McGraw in his number 34 machine, he's up 24 spots. Ryan Pinnell in his 12, right behind him, that Hooters machine, talking about Pink It Forward. He's up 31 spots, so great job by Ryan Pinnell. John Smeal in his number 44, up 16 spots. Timmy Moore up 18 spots, and Tom Flickcroft up 19. Those are the biggest movers. But let's get back up with Perrin. Looks like it's going to be a single file restart due to the cautions. We're back green. So 20 looks like he was able to go ahead and get a great jump. I mentioned Jordan McGraw. He's back here. He's also got a nice little jump on the 12. So what a single file restart does, it allows a gap between between the cars. That way, if this car is loose, let's say the 34 J-Mac is loose, he's actually got a little bit of time because he doesn't have a guy right up his trumpet that's going to spin him out if he has to lift or if he has to try to save that 34 Camaro. So it allows a little bit more breathing room for these guys to actually go on up there and get racy. Tristan Helf back here, also in his number 6, up 10 spots in that Mustang GT. Right behind him is going to be the 18 of Dakota Long. As you saw, one car spin on down very, very close to the entrance of pit road, but I think he missed it. So more than likely that should not be a caution. We're going to stay green, working lap 68 of 150, getting closer and closer to halfway. 18 a little loose, going down the backstretch, able to save it. Great job by Dakota Long. See the 12 up there, high, wide, and handsome, also a little loose there. 18 tries to avoid him, spins through the grass. Can he save it? A whole lot of slideways, tearing up the grass, and no caution. Got to keep on the brakes. Everybody's able to meet him. Miss him rather. He's going to grab a gear and get going. But you saw somebody try to get on by him and pull to the right. And unfortunately, I believe that was going to be Nicholas Pressey, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back and check. So it's number 94. Let's go ahead and play it from here. I believe he was just doing a great job trying to avoid this guy. Crank the car to the right and just nowhere to go. Very, very unfortunate for Nicholas. And it doesn't look like anybody else collected him, so it's just because he hit that wall. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Perrin Huggins still leads. Now it's going to be Trey Kirk in this number 66. Looks like a Mustang. Actually, it's a Camaro to be painted up like a Mustang GT. So pretty interesting job there. Let's see if we can't pick up with old Trey Kirk. I believe he's right along in Team ARCS as well. Yes, he is. Let's see if we can't bring him on over to the booth. Trey Kirk, driver of this number 66 Summit Pinkett Ford ARCS machine. See you coming on down pit road. You got the 74 Taco Bell car right behind you. How do you like your chances as we get closer and closer to halfway of going on up there, finishing strong in the second half, and maybe grabbing this W?
Yeah, we're pretty good so far. I just kind of save the car and keep it going straight. Whole deal right now is just I guess keeping it straight, like I said, and it's kind of tough running the bottom. Once these tires get worn in, it's kind of faster on the top. Like on that long green flag run, it was fun on the top. I kind of had it rolling. So I think if we can get back to a position like that, we'll be good.
Well, man, it's been a phenomenal race right now. You are up. Let's see, with all those guys. Well, because you pitted, you obviously lost a lot of positions to the guys that had stayed out. So right now you're back 7 positions, but from where you qualified, but definitely not indicative on the kind of race that you've had. Go ahead and as our buddy Rick James would normally say, keep the sunny side up, sir.
I'll try. Thank you.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with your ARCS teammates, and again, yeah, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, so we got old Trey Kirk back with Team ARCS, doing one hell of a job here tonight, and now he's got to restart back from P18. So we know that he's got a fast Summit hot rod. Let's just see if he can get back up there and get competitive one more time. So with that caution cycling through, that's going to put James Holzer back up to P2. J-Mac, Jordan McGraw, Holzer P1, Jordan McGraw P2, John Honeycutt P3, Tristan Helf P number 4, and Donald Ray. He's kind of breaking up this shake and bake parade. You got Brendan Book and Jacob Kerr right behind. Then we got Sean Britt a little bit further back here, and then we've got Tom Flitcroft in Team Purple as well. ECR Kool-Aid out there saying, I'm having a bad night. Man, Good thing it's not for points though, buddy, because man, you're just out here having some fun. That's all it's about tonight. Having some fun and raising awareness to a couple of great charities. And again, if you're new to chat, please go on down to the About section of my channel. You'll see the links there for Pink It Forward, as well as Give Kids the World Village. It's a storybook village for children with illnesses. We talked to John Honeycutt earlier. He gave us a little bit of insight, a little bit more about what that village is about. Both of them very, very worthy of any dollar you can give, and very much appreciated as well. Again, go on down to the About section of my channel. You'll see the 2 links there. Tap them, hit the donate button, and please come on back out. Let us know out there in chat that you gave. Get the recognition that you deserve. All right, so let's. Looks like it's going to be another single file restart. Again, Holzer at the top of the boards. J-Mac, John Honeycutt, Tristan Health. So it's going to be an all shake and bake top 4, working lap 73 of 150. This will be getting closer and closer to halfway. Working caution number 6 on the night, which is a whole lot better than what some thought. Last night when these guys ran a practice, I mean, there were more cars slideways and wrecked than anything else. For these guys to have been able to complete a green flag pit stop once they went green, that speaks volume as to just how cautious they were being. But James Holzer about to go ahead and smash that throttle. Let's go on up, pick up with him one more time. Looking at this long string of cars. Everybody up high, wide, and handsome. Barreling off into turn 1 and 2. And you even hear Holzer, even though he's not up to full speed yet, being very, very careful as everybody getting a little bit more strung out going down the backstretch. Let's go about mid-pack here. Let's pick up with Connor Cortez and what he sees out of the back of his ENEA machine. You see different lines. There is that 20 of Perrin Huggins right behind him, down on the apron, as well as a couple others. You definitely see one car all the way back at the entrance of pit road that spun but did not collect anybody, so we're staying green. Let's go back a little bit further rather. Pick up with Maxwell Castro in his HMG Innovations machine. You definitely hear him babying that throttle. That's a 19 to his outside. Able to hold it off him. Yellow flag one more time. Looks like this is going to have something to do with John Smeal. So we'll go on up, find out exactly what happened there. 18 still having a horrible night. Ugh. Unable to save it. That was the 18 of Dakota Long. But let's go back with John Smeal and find out what happened. So here is that 44. Oh! Just nowhere to go as you see the shake and bake purple kind of going for a spin up by the outside wall. 44 tried to do something to keep off him, just couldn't do it. Let's pick up with Dakota Long, find out what happened with him. Let's go ahead and rewind that. We saw him on his lid, that's for sure. I'm gonna guess Dakota may be done because yeah, he's. I'm gonna guess he is done. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it back live. Yeah, Dakota Long sitting here in the pits, getting that thing fixed up. So he's actually using a fast repair. You see the left side tires going on. He's gonna come on back out with a brand new machine, try to make up some spots. But I'm pretty sure he is at least one lap down. We'll have to see. But let's see. Up top, we talked to Holzer, we talked to Honeycutt. How about the 98 of Sean Britt? We see the lights atop the pace car are still out. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information about Mr. Britt. and he is with Team ENEA, NASCAR Elite Association. Let's go ahead and pick up with Mr. Britt right now. Sean Britt, driver of this number 98 ENEA Ford Mustang GT. Buddy, you're sitting P3 right now, up one spot from where you qualified. You got Holzer and Honeycutt right out the windshield. Then you got Tristan Helf and Brendan Book. So you're kind of surrounded by a purple brigade, getting closer and closer, if not now past halfway. How you feeling about your machine in the second half?
I'm feeling really good. This ENEA Ford Mustang has been really good. We've had some mishaps early on in the race, but we're gonna try our best and hope that we can get ENEA to go and win this.
Well, I definitely wish you a lot of luck. You know, everybody's out here for charity tonight between Pink It Forward and the Give the Children the World Village. I also see you've also got another sponsor on your hood, Comfort Master Heating and Air, with the phone number, and it's actually a number that's local to me, a 919-878-0998. I might have to hit you up after the race for any kind of a deal you might give me. I've actually got a company coming out on Monday to service my HVAC. Funny enough.
We're located in Zebulon.
No,
North Carolina.
You're too far from me. I am in Oxford. So yeah. But man, that Mustang definitely looks bad fast. You see the pony on the hood. Do you have the ponies to get it done?
We'll hope we do.
All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with your ENEA teammates. And again, good luck the rest of the race.
Thank you.
You got it. So yeah, again, that's driver 98, the one and only Sean Britt for ENEA. Again, NASCAR Elite Association. It's pretty cool the way those guys started. If you watched all my past broadcasts, you know that I used to broadcast for NNR for the longest time. Well, originally ENEA was going to be kind of a farm team, and NNR would pull up their best at season's end. They went off, did their own thing, and here now you see them on iRacing, so doing one hell of a job. Drew LMAO says Drew Jua wants an interview. Drew Jua right now sitting in P number 11, 9 spots back. Drew, I've been going back through the top 3, top 4, top 5. Whoever hasn't been interviewed, you got to work your way up there, but buddy, you got to do it cleanly. And I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. But thanks for coming out and chat, buddy. Good to see you. Always good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and widen out this view again. A sea of purple around our last interviewee, Sean Britt. Tom Flitcroft back in P6, up 27 spots from where he qualified. Jacob Kerr and Connor Cordes with Micah Allard and Perrin Huggins rounding out your top 10. Again, everybody single file up on top. Definitely appreciate... I saw that. King, thank you very much for the follow. Absolutely appreciate it. King Louis the Fifth. There you go. So the pace car pulling off. We're getting ready to smash that throttle one more time. Loud pedal all the way down. Holzer's going to lead him into turns 1 and 2. Honeycutt still behind him. Here we go. Working lap 81 of 150, so we're now past the halfway point of this 4-league bash for charity. Again, it's all about the charities tonight. It's Donkey saying, "Who's the Air Force veteran?" I'm going to guess you know a little bit about me. I am a veteran of the United States Air Force Security Forces. Before they were called security forces, they were either law enforcement or security. So you were either a base cop doing the same thing that a city cop would do, or if you were security, you were counting rivets and protecting America's Air Force out there on the flight line and others. So yeah, I absolutely was, and very, very proud to serve. I'd love to, if I was able to do it again. So Sean Britt now up to P number 2. He's able to get on by John Honeycutt. It looks like Tristan Helf was also able to get on by John Honeycutt. Honeycutt back to P3. Brendan Book now up to P number 5. And again, a whole sea of purple with just Sean Britt to try to spoil it. ATC, Air Traffic Control, thank you very much for your service. I remember going into basic and even before then going to McGuire Air Force Base, and I got to actually go up in the tower and talk to some of those guys. ATC had one of the shortest lifespans in the United States Air Force just due to stress alone. Thank you very, very much for your service, sir. You're one of the ones keeping the skies clear whenever we need to go anywhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Donkey. All right, so it looks like we got never mind. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx it. But Holzer still leads. Sean Britt, Tristan Help, John Honeycutt, Brendan Book going to be your top 5. Let's go back. You know, Drew Jew was saying he wanted an interview. Let's go back here with Drew and his number 10 Ford Mustang right now sitting in P8, 6 spots behind where he qualified, trying to get on by that number 20, and he does it. So I said he had to get on up there, and man, this guy is not wasting any time whatsoever in this this number 10 Rockwell Automation Ford Mustang GT. You see a little bit of damage on the front end. That's actually going to hinder him just a little bit. Chicagoland Speedway is very much an aero track, so he's going to be great in the corners, but all the way down the front end, the back stretch, he's going to be just a little hindered. As you see the 8 come on up his back bumper. That's the 8 of old Tom Flitcroft to his outside, or to his rear rather, and then to his outside you also see several others right around him. So James Holzer right now with a bit of a commanding lead right there with Sean Britt, that number 98, staying right there with him, staying right there in his tire tracks. You know, earlier when we talked to John Honeycutt, he mentioned he was trying to stay right with the 62 because he is absolutely one of the best. So with Sean Britt able to stay in the 62's tire tracks, who best to learn from than James Holzer? Holzer doing a phenomenal job, doing everything that he's got to do. Looks like Dakota Long again having a little bit of an issue a little bit further back. So far though, staying green, working lap 90, 60 laps remaining here in this bash. Let's go ahead and catch up with the guy that's got the most amount of movement so far in the race. Talking about Jacob Kerr in this number 11, really doing everything that he can do in this shake and bake machine. Got a little bit, also has some damage on that front end, but right now sitting in P number 10, up 26 spots since this race started, doing a phenomenal job. Kerr, most of the time rocking a number 11 scheme, very, very fast in the Shake and Bake IndyCar series that you'll actually be able to see tomorrow night over on Traction GG. So again, it's twitch.tv/Traction GG for the Shake and Bake IndyCar series tomorrow night, right around 8:15 Eastern, from the one and only Brickyard. You're not going to want to miss it. That'll have Frozen Toes, old Eliza Bethel, pretty much doing most of the camera and production work and just toting me along. So again, great job by Kerr. Still, sitting P10 26 spots up. Let's look just a little bit behind him. Talked about Trey Kirk just a moment ago. How about Seth Wansing? We haven't really mentioned him much tonight in this number 9 A-Shock Pinkett forward ARCS machine. Looking pretty good. Up 3 spots from where he qualified. Right now sitting P14. Ryan Farrell, leader of ENEA, just brought a whole lot of guys over to iRacing and doing a phenomenal job. Love, strength, hope, and courage. Talking about I'm sorry, not ENEA, IVRL. So Ryan Farrell doing a pretty good job. I feel like I'm missing something here. I want to say it's actually, I'm sorry, it's not Ryan Farrell, it's Mark Farrell that is in charge of ENEA. So just last name threw me off just a little bit. But how about Timothy Moore back here in this number 32 backstage Guitar Lab Camaro? He's got the 48 of Maxwell Castro right up his trumpet, doing a pretty good job. Looks he's pretty high, wide, and handsome. Got the 3 right in front, 32 to the inside, and a whole lot of room to gallop for that Camaro. Really keeping it high, wide, and handsome, trying to carry as much momentum as possible all the way around this 1.5 miles and now defunct track in Chicago. Unfortunately, this track is now a legacy track. These guys no longer go here. Neither does real NASCAR for that matter. A little bit of looseness there out of the 61. That's going to be Micah Allard right in front of the 3. Great job by the 3 to check up and let the 61 correct it. So big save there from Micah. All right, so let's check back up. Let's go on up to Toby Estes in this number 19. Right now he's sitting in P number 8, and he's got the Smeal Racing designs on the side as well. Right now sitting P8, up 5 spots in this Toyota Camry. All right, and back up top, Sean Britt, he refuses to be shaken. We look from the back end forward. He is staying right there with Holzer, not letting him get away. He's got a little bit of the draft, so it's helping him along. But at the same time, if he's not really maintaining his car, he'd be wearing out his tires coming off the corners. But he looks like he's doing a great job. You see Holzer move on up a little bit. 98's going to come on down. Try to stay in the throttle. Let's actually jump on board with this 98 into the cockpit view and see just how much he's actually having to let up. Tell you what, you definitely see the 62 of Holzer getting a loose on corner exit. Meanwhile, this 98 looks pretty sturdy, if you ask me. Holzer walking the back end of that car all the way up the track, and then you see him have to catch it with the wheel. Let's actually go on and pick up with Holzer, see exactly what kind of steering, what kind of sawing on that wheel he's having to do. Not really going down on the apron, just maintaining the balance of the car, going into turn 1. You see havway through the corner, he's already straight, and 3/4 away through the corner, he's actually, the wheel is straight. So yeah, he's having to counter steer that car quite a bit in order to come off the corner straight. And it looks like we're actually going to have green flag pit stops right now. So the 62 of Holzer on pit road. Looks like Tristan Help also on pit road. I thought I saw one or two others. Yeah, Cody Pennell, Micah Allard in his number 61. Again, we saw Holzer duck on down pit road. So more and more going to start coming on down pit road. That's going to leave the 98 of Britt with a 6.8 second lead over Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins, when we saw him last, he was sitting at about P10, P12. He's been able to work his way on up to P number 2, but a lot of room to try to make up. But as we say that, you can definitely see that counter where you see him actually losing time, getting closer and closer to 7 seconds back, then closer to 6. All right, so Perrin Huggins, John Honeycutt, and Tom Flitcroft, they're all going to come on down pit road, grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Go ahead and fill it up with that Sunoco E15, working lap 104 out of 150. And, man, you definitely see all these guys doing everything that they possibly can to make spots up. So they knew that they didn't have the speed for Holzer and the 98 of Britt. And just as I say that, Britt's going to go ahead and make his way down pit road also. So that's going to hand the lead over to Drew Jua. So Jua said, I want an interview. Well, right now, if the caution was to come out and he stays out, he would get that interview in this number 10 Ford Mustang GT, but he's got a very, very close, looks like Toby Estes right there to his inside. Might try a little bit of a side draft to see if he can't get a pull. Looks like 10's going to stay up. 10 car is going to go ahead and dive down, and both of these guys are going to stay out, but new leader, Toby Estes. All right, let's go ahead and switch this up to a different view, and bring your track map back, so you can kind of keep up with everybody. And take a look and see what's going on in pit lane. Oh, that's not going to work, so we'll hide that. All right, never mind. All right, so it looks like Toby going down the backstretch with the 10 still behind him. Trey Kirk right now sitting in P3. Between the top 3, there's only 2 seconds back to Trey Kirk, and then it's going to be Jeremy Brial back here in his number 74, and then Tommy Reynolds, the guy that started it all from the pole, right now sitting in P number 5. So great rebound for the number 7 with Ryan Farrell, Maxwell Castro, Seth Wansing, Jaden Gimbel, and Larry Hensley Jr. to round out your top 10. As you see on that ticker, several cars, though, are out of the race. Again, guys, I definitely see all just about 30 of you out there in chat again. Please go on down to my About section of the channel and smash either the Pink It Forward logo or the Give Kids the World Village charity that's there as well. That's what all these teams are racing for. Obviously, Pink It Forward, all about breast cancer awareness, gives you all the details about their 503A or 503C charity, and then the Give the Kids the World Village, that's a storybook village for children that are sick with some very, very serious illnesses. And when they go down, it's a storybook village, treating them all to an amazing time, and very, very worth it. Again, we talked to John Honeycutt, gave us a little bit more information about it. They can absolutely use every dollar that you can offer. And please, 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 when you go on over and you smash the donate button, come on back to chat. Let us know, hey, I just donated. Let us know. That way you get your proper recognition. We all appreciate you. I certainly appreciate you. The drivers appreciate you. and the team owners for ARCS, ENEA, IVRL, and of course, Eliza Bethel, or otherwise known as Frozen Toes, for Shake and Bake, also absolutely appreciate you. All right, so with the top 4 now pitting, I mentioned that Tommy Reynolds was sitting P5 earlier. Right now, he has gone ahead and inherited the lead. So he started this race from P1. Right now, sitting back P1, Ryan Farrell, P2, Maxwell Castro, P3, Jaden Gimbel, P4, Donald Ray up 2 spots in his number 41, sitting P5. Charles Garrick back here in his number 76, sitting P6. Timothy Moore in his number 32, P7. Mike York in his number 25, up 27 spots right now, sitting P8. Jordan McGraw in his 34, P9. And Ryan Lindemann right in front of John Smeal right now, sitting P number 10. So great job by everybody. Let's go ahead and clear that out and bring back your scoring pylon, so you see exactly what's going on and where, and you can keep up with your favorite driver. So we looked at the weather earlier, and we had noticed that the track temp had gone up 10 degrees since it started. Now you see the air temperature is up to 75 degrees, and the track temp is up another 13 degrees. So we were at 82 earlier, now sitting at 95. It's going to be very, very sketchy with these cars just coming off pit road. It's going to feel very, very different on those 4 brand new tires when they come off pit road. So they're going to have to really try to be very, very careful. As you see, Tommy Reynolds coming on down pit road, trying to woe it up and slow it up without breaking loose. Can he do it? Great job of getting down to pit road speed. You see a little bit of smoke from locking up the front left tire. So, but great job by him, and that's going to hand the lead over to the 48 of Maxwell Castro. Haven't really talked a whole lot about this 48 much tonight, but here he is leading the way. 32 and more, P2. Ryan Farrell, Jaden Gimbel, Charles Garrick, and Mike York now on pit road. So Maxwell Castro, Moore, McGraw, and Holzer. I'm sorry, Holzer did go down pit road. So once this is all said and done, Castro, Moore, and McGraw pit. That will cycle back to Holzer and Britt in P number 2. Castro heading down pit road. It looks like he's going to go ahead and slow up that 32. Also, he's going to come on down pit road. That's going to hand it over to Jordan McGraw. J-Mac coming to the cones as well. Holzer will now assume the lead. All right, let's go ahead and clear that weather. Don't need that anymore. So working lap 117 of 50. Getting closer and closer to the end of this. Again, guys, go on down, please, 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 to the About section of my channel. Smash either one or both of the charities that these 4 teams are out here racing for, and give if you can. Hashtag be generous, please. All right, so Sean, let's go back to Holzer right quick. So Sean Britt, after that round of stops, is actually a full 6.6 seconds behind Holzer. You see Holzer kind of blinking out there just a little bit. So go back to Britt, and Brendan Book back here in the 5. Quite a distance back, actually 6 seconds behind Sean Britt. So right now the top 2 kind of locked down. If we don't have any other cautions tonight, this would be your top 3: Holzer, Britt, and Brendan Book. Holzer and Book very, very used to battling each other, both in the eSpark series, which is now complete, as well as the Shake and Bake Cup Series on Monday nights, right about 8:30 Eastern, over with this channel. And then, of course, the Shake and Bake IndyCar Series you'll be able to see tomorrow night over on twitch.tractiongg. Don't miss it. Live from the Brickyard, going to find out who at the end is going to be able to kiss the bricks. Let's keep going through the field, see if we can find some battles that are going on. A lot of these cars are very spread out now, so not too many battles happening. But we're still going to work our way through, see if we can't find something going on. Here's a little bit of a battle between the 43 of Ryan Farrell and the 3 of Larry Hensley Jr. side by side, right behind the 7. Again, the 7 of Tommy Reynolds was our pole sitter. So you got an ENEA and an IVRL driver duking it out side by side, coming off of 4 here at Chicagoland. The 43, though, he's got a little bit of momentum. Going to try to maybe pinch the 3 car down, keep him from being able to dive into the corner. 3's going to get a very, very decent dive in. 43 had to keep it up there, but the 43, he's going to be able to get back to the throttle sooner. And talk about getting back to the throttle sooner, there is that 48 IVRL machine for Maxwell Castro working with his teammate. Maybe these two can work together to get past the 3. Timmy Moore, Old Word Burton for those that recognize that name. Back here in that 32, and there you see the 62 of James Holzer trying to put these guys a lap down. Holzer kind of blinking out just a little bit. Very, very unfortunate because he's got one hell of a car. I'd like to be able to stay on him, but it's just not happening right now. Caution's out. Caution is out with 26 laps remaining. Looks like this is going to have something to do with Jeremy Brialt. So let's go back, see if we can't find out exactly what happened. Actually, let's try that one more time. There we go. Jeremy Brialt, and play it from here. 74, you saw the 8-2 is inside. Actually, let's go ahead and back that up because I wonder if there was some contact before all that started. And we'll play it from here. So you see the 8-2 is inside, coming up just a little bit, kind of pinching him. 74 came down, 8 came up, kind of met in the middle, common racing ground right there. And yeah, just unfortunately 74 was not able to hold on to it, and then collects another car on that bottom side. Very, very unfortunate. And he's just going to come on down the banking, grab a gear, and try to get back going. But that's the reason for the latest caution. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so we talked to Holzer, we talked to Britt. We haven't been able to talk to Brendan Book. Looks like Brendan, he's going to go ahead and bring that thing down pit road, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there he is on pit road. So we'll actually wait a minute before we bring him up to the booth. Or we could just keep with what we've been doing, and as these guys keep going, this should actually cycle through to Maxwell Castro in this number 48 IVRL machine up to the lead. So let's see if we can't dial up Maxwell Castro, or Max Boost, as some of y'all remember. Maxwell Castro, driver of this number 48 Pinkett Forward IVRL Camaro. Max Boost, buddy, it's been a little bit since I've actually been able to talk to you, but with that, a few of those guys bringing their machines to go on down pit road, grab a set of brand new Eagle fuel goods, go ahead and top it off with any fuel that they might need. You've gone ahead and inherited the lead. Can you hold those hard chargers off?
Oh man, I didn't know I had the lead.
Yes, sir.
If I do, man, that's awesome. I'm just gonna try my best to hold them off. I still got a set of tires in the pits, so I'm feeling pretty good here.
You've kind of worked your way through the field. You're up 18 spots since qualifying. You're going to have Timothy Moore, Charles Garrick, James Holter, and Sean Britt up your backside, or right up your trumpet once we go back green. Looking pretty good so far. And man, do you think you have the tire needed to go these last 24 laps?
We'll see. I mean, it'll be nice to have track position and just be out front. So I'm just going to try my best to hold guys off and get a good finish, and we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. I'll get you back to your team IVRL drivers. You got Pinkett forward on the hood, and love, hope, courage, and strength on the side. That's what we all need for both of these charities. I'm encouraging everybody to go on over to the About section of my channel, grab either or maybe even both of the charities, and hashtag be generous. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. All right, so that was Max Boost, or Maxwell Castro, driver of this 48 IVRL Camaro, doing one hell of a job. See ENEA Shotgun out there in chat saying, ENEA, get the W. Connor Cortez also out there. Lockhart saying, let's get it. Perrin Huggins, we actually interviewed Perrin earlier. Let's see what Max Boost. See if he can actually hit that boost button and maybe hold back Holzer that was able to come off of pit road P4 with the other cars that are a lap down or more. Let's go ahead and clear that information and go ahead and widen your view back out. All these cars that are in front of the 48, they're going to go ahead and take the wave around, so get on by the pace car and then come on back up. All right, so you see there on the scoring pylon, you see your top 10. Castro, Moore, Garrick, Holzer, Britt, Health, Brendan Book, Perrin Huggins, Drew Jua, and Connor Cortez. Not bad at all. You see there are also now on the top of the scoring pylon, hashtag be generous. 23 laps to go. Again, please, 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 I cannot state it enough. Go on over to my About section either now, later, or at your earliest convenience. Smash on both of the links there. And if you can be generous, please be generous. Both of these charities absolutely deserve it. Maxwell Castro hard on the loud pedal. Timothy Moore right up his trumpet. Charles Garrick, Holzer, and Britt, your top 5. Every single one of them back on the throttle. 22 laps remaining here from Chicagoland in this 4-team bash. Again, it's ARCS versus ENEA versus IVRL versus Shake and Bake. Let's go back, see if we can't pick up on a little bit of a battle here. How about this one here? You see the 62 of Holzer underneath. That's gonna be the 76 of Garrick. Wasn't able to make that work. Holzer had to back out of the throttle. Wasn't able to complete the pass. But you know Holzer, he's going to try to get on it, stand on it. You see him get loose all the way down on the apron, going to be able to come on back up. He's going to lose position, but we know that Holzer is a hard charger. He's going to try to get up there as quick as he can, really sawing on that wheel. I know if we jump on board with him, he is going to be sawing that wheel back and forth, trying to control everything he can. Let's actually look backward from him right now and then go ahead and jump in the cockpit. See exactly just how hard this driver's working. Absolutely sawing on that wheel. Tires very, very new. If he can get on up there, he might have something for Maxwell Castro, but he's got to hope that he's got enough laps for the heat in these tires to build up. Right behind him, you got Sean Britt. I mean, he's been very, very fast in his 98. See him save a great save by the 98. Great job. Let's go ahead and widen this out. That way you guys can see these saves in real time. Phenomenal driving by every single one of these drivers. But right now, Maxwell Castro still P1. Timothy Moore P2. Garrick, Holzer, Britt, Health, Jua, Huggins, Honeycutt, and Brendan Book to round out your top 10. The rest of the field continues to scroll on the scoring pylon. Where is your favorite driver? This battle right here tells me something tells me it's going to be something. Go! Okay. 76, not quite sure if he got a little loose pulling down on the apron, but allowed the 62 to just really fly on by. Let's actually see if Garrick has some damage on the caution. 9th caution of the night is out, and it looks like this is going to have something to do with Alex Zimkowski and James Filler possibly. Let's go ahead and switch up our camera view and go back and see if we can find out what happened with Alex. Let's go ahead and play it here from the 31's view. Oh, maybe nowhere to go. Just nowhere to go. The car, he thought the car was going to stay low. He tried to go high and just could not do anything with it. Very, very unfortunate for Alex. And how about from James Filler? Let's go ahead and actually rewind this. He was the car that was going for a spin. Let's go ahead and play it. You see him start to get a little loose. Oh, a little bit of net code between the two cars. Very, very unfortunate. And he just went for a spin right in the middle of the track. Nowhere for anybody to go that came upon him. Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. One more time. All right, so Maxwell Castro continues to lead. Timothy Moore right now sitting in P number 2. Let's see if we can't pick up with driver 32. Oh, Word Burton. There he is, driving with ENEA. Timothy Moore, better known as Word Burton, driver of this number 32 Backstage Guitar Lab Camaro. Timmy, great to hear your voice, sir. You're sitting P2, got a windshield full of Maxwell Castro and James Holzer behind you. Do you have anything to finish thing top 3?
Yeah, we were just about to make the move for the lead right there. I feel like we've got a good chance of getting Max. I know him and I are on the same exact laps of tires. We tried to go for the fuel strategy so that we can make it on one stop to the end. And I'm starting to wheel him in a little bit before the caution, before the prior one came out. And right there in the restart, he started to tiptoe away just a little bit, and we got a big run through 1 and 2 where I was looking to make it there. But I'm real intrigued, honestly, by the tires. There really hasn't been that much fall off. You know, I have about 8-9 lap older tires than Big John or James Holzer, who sits right behind me, and I'm surprised that we were tiptoeing away there on that restart. But now that his tires are a little bit warmer, we'll see what happens. But I think we have a chance. If I'm being honest, I think this is James's race to lose right here, because he's got the better tires, and we know Big John's got the skill to go out and win this thing.
So you got 30 people out there in chat, everybody here for this charity race. So if everybody here is going to be interested in racing and interested in you guys and what you do here in this bash. What was your tire wear during that last green flag pit stop, if you don't mind letting it go?
Well, we were about 80, 89, but my laps really weren't reflective because I was saving gas during that green flag run. If I were to take a guess right now, I would say we're in the mid-90s. I mean, the car hasn't really come to life in terms of burning the right front, but honestly, I'd prefer the right front to get a little bit of wear, because I'll tell you, when these tires are cold here on the restarts, Pete, I mean, it is absolute chaos. It's unpredictable when you're going into the corner trying to figure out if it's going to be loose or not.
All right, buddy. Well, I definitely wish you all kinds of luck. As always, great to talk to you again. I know the pace car is going to be pulling off next time by. You're with the ENEA tonight, right?
That is correct.
All right, buddy. All right, I'll get you back with your teammates. Go get them, Word. All right, so that was Word Burton, otherwise known, well, normally I'd say Timothy Moore, otherwise known as Word Burton, but most people know him as Word Burton from all the console races that the guy has broadcasted with me and others, as well as his time on track. Great race tonight by Word. Let's see what he can do with Castro and see if he can hold off Holzer for and finish in this top 3. Good luck, Word. So, all right, let's go ahead and widen this out again. We're about to set this field free one more time. When they come to the line, it will be 12 laps to go. Still see ENEA shotgun out there saying, get that ENEA W. It'd be great to see, I tell you. ENEA, one of the newest leagues to the iRacing world. It'd be amazing to see if those guys can come on up and grab a W from Shake and Bake, from IVRL, and from ARCS. Three leagues that have been on this platform for quite a while. 48 of Maxwell Castro hitting that throttle pedal hard. 32 is going to try to stick with him. 62, he was trying to reel those guys in, but you saw him getting very, very loose earlier. Let's see if he's got anything for him. 12 laps remaining. Castro, Moore, Holzer, Garrick, and Britt, your top 5. Can Britt in that number 98 start to make any headway and get back up there with these guys? Look at Holzer throwing it in. Not going to be able to dive it in, but he's got that. Tell you what, he had a head of steam coming off the corner, and I think that draft really helped keep that 62 pen down. Move Holzer up to P number 2. Moore said this could be Holzer's race to lose. So we'll have to see how that works out. But Holzer now, he's got his sights set on Maxwell Castro. Castro up here in his number 48 IVRL machine. And if we look back from his deck lid, you're going to see that 32 stalking him. Just absolutely coming. So that's the view from Castro. Let's go ahead and switch this up to Holzer with the 32 behind him. And here's what Holzer's seeing. He sees that 48. He's got his draft. All he's got to do is try to figure out exactly how to pass. Now, catching somebody is one thing, just like they say in NASCAR. Passing them, something completely different. Caution is out. 10th caution on the night. So we're going to take the green again with single digits left. So we talked to Maxwell Castro, we talked to Holzer, we talked to Tim Moore, we talked to Britt. How about the 76 of Charles Garrick? Let's go ahead and bring up his information here. He's also Team IVRL. Charles Garrick, love, hope, strength, and courage. Let's see if we can't chat with the guy real quick. Charles Garrick, driver of this number 76 IVRL Pinkett Forward Camaro. Buddy, you're sitting P5 right now. The 98, of course, Holzer and Moore, and of course Castro leading these laps right now. Do you have anything for the top 4 ahead of you, sir?
That's a tough question. I don't know. I seem to be able to run the outside pretty good. I tried running the middle and 3 and 4 and got a little loose. So I think the outside's probably my best bet.
Okay, so I imagine since the last pit stops, the tires are starting to equal out. You got a little bit of temperature in it. I see you really don't have too much damage. You got a little bit on the hood as a lap car comes screaming on by. But everybody's here for the 2 different charities tonight. Obviously, IVRL is all about Pinkett Forward and everything that they stand for. Breast cancer awareness. You've got love, hope, strength, and courage on the side of your car. I'm hoping that you've got the strength and the courage to get on up there and try to take this W from some very strong competition, sir.
I'm gonna try to.
I don't doubt it. That is the name of the game in this 14 bash. All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with the rest of your IVRL teammates. go get them. We're going to be going back green with about 7 laps remaining, give or take.
Alrighty.
All right. Again, that was Charles Garrick in this number 76. We're going to go ahead and get him back with his IVRL teammates right now, and we definitely wish him all kinds of luck. Go get him. All right, let's go ahead and straighten this out again and widen it out so you can see the rest of the field. So, chat, how are y'all doing out there? 150 laps are almost in the books. Hopefully, some or all 30 of you have taken advantage of the race, gone on over to the About section of my page, smashed on one of the 2 charities that are out there, and hopefully you were, again, hashtag be generous, able to hashtag be generous and give what you can. Both very, very worthwhile charities. Obviously, again, Pink It Forward, as well as the Give Children or Give Kids the World Storybook Village. All right, so we talked to Charles Garrick. Tristan Helf is going to be P number 6. Drew Jew is 7th. Perrin Huggins 8th. Brendan Book 9th. And Ryan Farrell going to round out your top 10. So the lights on the pace car are still on. I imagine once he comes across the start stripe, those lights will go ahead and turn off, and we will go back green. 5 laps remaining. Yeah, see, there you see the pace car. Lights on that light bar are out. So now Maxwell Castro, you got to figure if you're him, he knows that this could be his race to lose, depending on what kind of restart he gets. Maxwell Castro and Holzer's a couple of very, very good drivers. Obviously, Maxwell Castro was a Pro League driver, and to be able to hold off this 62 would be a great feat if he's able to do that. Again, as we come to 5 to go, I absolutely want to say thank you to everybody that's come out, hung out, chatted up, and kept me company. Pace car is going to pull off. 48 is going to be the first on the loud pedal. You're going to see the 62 try to do everything that he can with him. Timmy Moore, he is not going to give up. We are back green. 48 down on the apron. See him get a little squirrely. That's going to help Holzer carry just a little bit more speed because he stayed on the track. Holzer going to go ahead and dive it down. 48 is going to try to come on down, slam the door on him, also dump all kinds of dirty air on the hood of the 62. Will he be able to do anything with him? Will we be able to finish this thing green the rest of the distance? Working lap 145. Coming to 146 here. Saw one car just spin, go into the grass. Not so far, though. We're staying green. 4 laps remaining. Holzer going to try to dive to the inside. 48's going to come on down. Pinch him just a little bit. Can he do it? Holzer gets a little loose trying to get back to the throttle. They're going to be side by side coming down the backstretch. This is the... Oh, yellow's out. Yellow is out at the time of caution. I think it's going to say Maxwell Castro had the lead. Indeed, it did. So we are going to come to a green-white checker, and ladies and gents, I wish I could tell you how many attempts at a green-white checker they have. I don't know if it's 1, 3, or if they want to finish under green. I could not tell you. I think it might be 2. All right, so looks like Tristan Helf has actually been able to work his way into that P4 position in this this shake and bake Ford Mustang GT. Let's see if we can catch a word with Mr. Helf. Tristan Helf, driver of this number 6 Ford Mustang GT for Team Shake and Bake. Buddy, you are up 18 spots since the beginning of this race. You got Timmy Moore in front of you, and you got Perrin Huggins that's been fast all night long in that number 20 Subway machine. Do you have, yeah, that's a big mouthful right there. Do you have what it takes to try to get on up there and maybe crack this top 3 to make it at least 2 Shake and Bake cars with some podium positions?
Man, Pete, I don't know, man. Car's a little free still. I'm waiting for it to still come around to me, but we're running out of time. And I'm trying my best to get up there and help James out and try to make it at least a top 3, 2 cars for S&B in there. And it's been a good race for the team overall. We've been running up front and stuff, so yeah, been a good race overall.
Yeah, at many times throughout the race on restarts and just, side by side, I've seen a sea of purple. It's absolutely been a great race for Shake and Bake so far. But yeah, for you solely, up 18 spots. You're driving a Mustang where most of the other Shake and Bake guys, they're driving these Camaros. Do you have the ponies? Truth be told, do you have the ponies to get up there and get it done?
We'll see. It's been, like I said, it's been a little free. Just waiting for it to come around, and I'll tell you, it's been a great race. And Eliza over S&B over in Heat has put together a great group of guys, and we're just working as a team, and we win or fall as a team. So we're just putting it together one piece by piece, man.
I tried to trick you up and ask the same question a couple of different times to see if you say, yeah, Pete, I'm going all for it. No matter who's in my way, the bumper of this Mustang will be used. But I know you're better than that. I know Eliza would be upset with you if you... No, I'm just kidding. But no, buddy, you go ahead. You go get them. It's going to be green, white checker. Go all for it, man. Drive it deep.
All right. Thank you, Pete.
You got it. All right, let's go ahead and get Tristan Helf back to Team Shake and Bake as he gets ready to go on back and go for it. That's what it's all about here tonight. Let's go ahead and bring this back out one more time. Catch back up with Maxwell Castro in the front. You see the lights atop the pace car are still on, which means they're going to go around one more time. It will be a green-white checker, so green flag, white flag, checkered flag to end it all if we stay green. If caution should happen to come out, and we know sometimes they can, the intensity, the aggression ramps up when everything is on the line. Again, please, guys, gals, go to the About section, smash on the links that are there for Pink It Forward, as well as Give Kids the World Storybook Village, both very, very worthwhile charities. In It to Win It Gaming Productions, buddy, I tell you, it's great to see you out there. Hope everything's well. Dirty Deeds and the Jungle Heat, as HD Motorsports used to say all the time. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming out. That was your jam. All right, so 48, he's got Holzer in the rear view. He was able to keep him there on the last restart. Will this green-white checker get to the nerves? Will he be able to hold off Holzer? Holzer, anytime he's tried to dive it low, he's gotten a little loose when trying to get back to the throttle. Oh, they extended the green. So we're gonna take it around one more time. The admins felt that they had to extend it, maybe to let some cars that were little late getting off pit road catch back up to the track. Lockhart out there say, hey, it's Deeds. Absolutely, the one and only Dirty Deeds. Truth be told, and you know what, I'm going to take a second here why these guys come back around. I actually owe Deeds for being able to, or getting into broadcasting. Dirty Deeds and HD Motorsports, Nick Vroman broadcasted for the D4C league all the time, and then they had an issue. They broke up, had to be rebranded, and Deeds separated, went about his way. I jumped in the booth with HD, and the rest has been history. So yeah, Deeds, by him saying, you know what, I think I've had enough. I was able to get my start and never look back. Shout out to ARCS, who raised over $500 for our fellow racer ARCS and his family when we lost him a few months ago. Great group of guys. Deeds, I couldn't agree with you more. I broadcast for the Saturday Night Showdown series with the ARCS truckers, and yeah, absolutely. All right, so here we go. Back on the loud pedal. 48, 62, 32 of Timmy Moore, Tristan Help, and Perrin Huggins. That's going to be your top 5. Green, white checker. 2 laps to go. Next time by will be the white flag. Can the 48 hold off Holzer? Will Holzer try to, throw the car in, bearing any looseness? Will Timmy Moore be able to capitalize off of something that might happen with the 48 in the 62? You see Holzer getting closer and closer. Is this going to be a battle for the lead right here? Holzer all the way down on the apron. Will the 48 keep him pinched down there? Nope, he's actually going to let him up. That way he gets a great arc in, side by side into turns 1 and 2. White flag lap. Holzer all over the wheel. You see him getting a little squirrely side by side. 48's going to be able to edge him out with that high side momentum going into turns 3 and 4. 48 still has it. Holzer wants it. Timmy Moore just along for the ride. Holzer a little squirrely. Now 48 squirrely. Who's it going to be? At the line, they're kind of lagging out. I hate it. Oh, come on. Oh, Holzer, you're killing me, buddy. But it looks like it's going to be Maxwell Castro in this number 48 to go ahead and get it done. Timmy Moore is going to be able to come on P2, Holzer P number 3, Ryan Farrell, Drew Jua, Perrin Huggins, Jacob Kerr, Cody Pinnell, Charles Garrick, Trey Kirk. Going to round out your top 10. Phenomenal race. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and rewind this from the 48's point of view. That way we see exactly what happened there with that finish. Unfortunately, Holzer was blinking and we were on him. Let's go ahead and play it from there. So this is... yeah, internet wins again. So here is your white flag lap, 62 to the inside, 48 keeping him pinched down. He's going to wash all the way up to the wall. 62 is going to have to fall in behind, grab a little bit of a draft. Going into turns 3 and 4 still behind him. You see Holzer wheeling that thing. 48's going to have to do the same thing. 48's able to hold on. 62 going down in the grass. And that was all she wrote. Great job by everybody. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. And, of course, there is that 48 getting his victory celebration on. Come on, guys. Leave them all. Okay, never mind. These are teammates. Okay. So IVRL able to go on up and grab this bash from Chicagoland Speedway. Grab the W. Again, between ARCS, ENEA, IVRL, and Shake and Bake. Definitely want to thank everybody, all these drivers that came out and put on one hell of a show. Guys and gals, please stay put. We're going to have top 3 interviews in just a moment. You're not going to want to miss what Holzer, Moore, and Castro, especially Holzer and Castro, have to say about that finish. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, thank you very much for sticking out there in chat. We're done with 150 laps here from Chicagoland. We got our top 3 in the booth. We're going to start off with driver of that number 32, old Timmy Moore. Word, one hell of a race. You were able to battle your way up 28 spots from where you originally started to finish P number 3. Hell of a race, sir. We talked to you with about 10 or 12 laps to go. I asked you if you had what it took to try to battle it out. You said yeah. You weren't lying. Talk to us about that finish, man.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting on these restarts, and I kind of mentioned it to you when you brought me in before. Of the cold tires just kind of are unpredictable. You know, you go into the corner one time you're tight, one time you're loose, and honestly, I was just happy to be there at the end. I raced the first 45 laps on the wrong wheel settings because I've been prepping for the Indy 500. So I had the wrong wheel radius and everything on, didn't even realize. And thank God I didn't crash. I ended up going a lap down in the middle of the pit cycle and then got a lucky dog from the bunch of cautions. And once we got back on the lead lap, it was a goal to get towards the front. I mean, but with the cautions, fuel cycle came in the mix. I know Max and I played the long strategy of trying to go long on fuel to try to make it a one stop to the end. And I knew we were going to make it on gas. I don't know if we would have caught Max just with the way the cycle was. I got some damage from the 9 on the green flag run when we were 3 wide. So I'm just happy with the result. I've never raced Chicagoland on the next gen. I really don't do a lot of next gen in general. So for me, it was a lot of fun. I know this is a little bit abnormal for next gen handling. It's not too often when you turn right you can actually save the car while it's overcorrecting. But we were able to do that tonight somehow. So either way, I had a lot of fun. Glad to be a part of this event. And I'm also real proud of the ENEA guys trying to battle around as well, trying to come back into this. I know Sean didn't get as good a result, but I know Drew and PTH ended up digging back late to get back towards the top 5 with all the chaos on the final lap. So it was definitely interesting, and congrats to Max and, of course, Big John as well for racing it clean up there. That's what we wanted to see with 3 laps to go. Unfortunately, the caution came out to set up that green-white checkered, but it was sizing up to be a good race to the end, and I wanted to be a good, a good viewer to what was going to go on just in case if they made contact. So.
Yeah, I said that same very thing when I was watching, the top 2 really wheeling and sawing on the wheels left and right coming up off the corners on that green-white checker. So, buddy, congratulations on a top 3 podium finish. This is kind of the first time I think I've ever done or maybe even seen a 4-league bash between ARCS, ENEA, IVRL, and Shake and Bake. One hell of a show. Timmy Moore, thank you very much for coming out, wheeling that machine, and congratulations on this top 3.
Indeed, thank you so much, Pete. And anything as well to do for charity, I think that's the biggest part. That's the biggest part of this cause and the whole part of the story. We're just the ones putting on the show tonight.
Absolutely, all stream long. I've been reminding people to please go on over to the About section of my channel. They will find links to both Pink It Forward and Give Kids the World Village, so they can smash that donate button. And like I had out there on the scoring pylon all night long, hashtag be generous. I couldn't echo that enough. All right, driver P number 2. It seems like James Holzer is a name that I talk about many times a week. I mean, we're talking about Shake and Bake. We're talking about eSpark, yesteryear, and just recently when their iRacing League finished up. But Holzer, we were watching you and Maxwell Castro really wheel and deal both of your cars off of the corners for that final green-white checker. And, man, you were able to come across the line. If I'm not mistaken, you kind of blinked out at the end. I'm not sure if it was through the grass or if it was just all the way down on the apron trying to get every inch you could on Maxwell Castro. But, buddy, great job on this P2.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. Yeah, I was just trying to get as low as possible. I ended up clipping the grass on accident and it shot me up to the wall. Thankfully, it was after the checkered flag, but yeah, back to that battle. I gave Max every ounce of everything I had, and he did a great job wheeling that on the older tires. And I think it was a little bit of a benefit on the short run just because he had a little bit more season on the tires, where the fresh tires, as Tim kind of said, were a little bit unpredictable. and you really had to drive hard, especially like trying to drive underneath Max there, like on 1 and 2, the exit of 2. You just have to put so much wheel input in it, and you can't keep the momentum without getting loose. So yeah, just gave everything we had, and then 3 and 4 there, I got through the entry to center of the corner really well, and as soon as I started rolling back into the throttle, I saw him kind of get a little bit loose, and I jumped the throttle and got a little bit loose too, and almost had a heck of a drag race. I kind of wish the last caution when they came out, 'cause we were side by side with 3 to go, but nonetheless, it's all about charity. Like Tim said, we were the ones putting on the show. Hopefully everybody donated. I know I'm too. It was a great race overall. I know Jake and Bake didn't have the results we went to. We had the sugar up front early and kind of gambled on a lot of cautions happening, and then we had that long green flag run and kind of all got cycled out, and some of us made it back up, some of us got caught in it, but nonetheless, with only 9 guys, be 1 guy short, I think we did a pretty good job.
Absolutely. I mentioned to Health a little bit ago, at times it seems like it was an all purple, or it was a sea of purple anytime a lot of you shake and bake guys were able to get up and near, whether it was on restarts or whatnot. But you come across top guy for Team Shake and Bake. Any quick shout outs, any sponsors for you, sir?
Yeah, just got to shout out both Pink and Forward and can't remember the name. You just said the other name of the charity that we were also running for.
Give Kids the World Village.
Give Kids the World Village. Okay, that's a mouthful. But thanks to both of them for letting us represent them, and hopefully we did them right and put on a good show. Just got to thank you up in the booth. Always a pleasure watching your broadcasts. Always a pleasure in the booth whenever I get up here. All 4 teams for putting it together. Everybody did a great job. I know we had some cautions, but it was a beast to handle, and I think everybody overall did a pretty good job. I wasn't expecting a green flag pit stop to start the race, so was really impressed with that. Congratulations to Max on an outstanding win. Way to hang on to that. It was a hell of a job. Worked for Burton on a P3, and like I said, just shout out to everybody from Shake and Bake that came out and raced on the team. We did a great job.
There you go. Absolutely. All right, talking about this Max guy, Maxwell Castro, Max Boost, as a lot of people used to know you from Pro League days. Buddy, congratulations, 18 spots to the good in that number 48. And buddy, you put on one hell of a show. I got a chance to talk to you during one of those cautions and asked you flat out, man, can you hold off Holzer when he had those newer tires? And you were able to do it. Both of you really had to wheel those machines, getting loose on corner exit, walking the cars up the track when they wanted to spin out on you. Holzer said that you might have had a little bit of an advantage, maybe a little bit more pressure, a little bit more heat in the tires, and you were able to hold them off for the W, making your team proud, man. Talk us through your race, and did you think you were going to keep Holzer behind you?
Yeah, I mean, he had the advantage with the fresher tires, and I also didn't have a lot of practice, so I didn't know what it was going to do on old tires, and it was sideways, man. We were loose. I'm glad we were able to come to the line clean and get it done that way, but yeah, that thing was a handful. I can't wait to look back and watch how it went, but I thought old Ward Burton was gonna get me. I was just running it really safe. I was gonna push it hard once they got to me. He got up to me, and then the caution came out. And then Holzer got up to me, and then the caution came out. So I was a little bit saved by the cautions, but I was saving it till they got me. But big respect to everybody who put this event, all the charities a part of it. Everyone go check out the link and donate when they get the chance. Just really, really happy to get the win for IVRL. I joined them recently, and I've had nothing but fun. So really, really happy with this event.
Well, man, all of you put on one hell of a show. Originally, this race was put out there as a 40-car bash. We ended up with 41. So not only did we delivered +1. ARCS, ENEA, IVRL, and Shake and Bake, all for these 2 charities, did one hell of a job. You're going to be able to walk away with bragging rights as the top guy between everybody. We saw some trouble. We saw, I believe, 10 cautions on the race, which, as Holzer said, last night we ran a practice race here, and it was just carnage all night long. I wasn't expecting a green flag pit stop to kick off this race earlier. I was expecting the yellow to fly very, very early, but you all did your thing. Congratulations on the W. Any quick shout-outs, sponsors, family, anybody else?
big shout out to Pinkett Forward for sponsoring the IVRL Cup Series. And a shout out to those guys for picking me to be a part of them, to represent them in this awesome 4-league bash. And then a huge shout out also to Next Level Racing, my own personal sponsor, for the amazing sim rigs. And then, I mean, can I have 2 more?
You do it. Go ahead, man. You earned it.
My buddies at Turn Left Go Fast, John Freeman and Matt Montgomery, and then all my boys back at the Elk Grove Ford Quick Lanes. So huge shout outs to everybody, and really happy to get this done.
All right. Well, guys and gals, that is going to absolutely do it for us here. I tell you, these 4 teams put on one hell of a show. But again, just a quick reminder, please, everybody, go on down to the About section of my channel. You'll see both charities right there. Again, Pinkett Forward and Give Kids the World Village, Storybook Village, where the kids and their families get to go and enjoy a day carefree, no issues, no hassles, no paying for anything. It's completely all about the children and all about the ladies. So please go on down, hit the donate. If you can for both, that'd be great. And as you saw on the scoring pylon all night, please hashtag be generous. We're going to go ahead and end this tonight, but don't forget, tomorrow night, right around 8:15 Eastern, Eliza Bethel, Frozen Toes, and I will be live over on Traction, twitch.tv/TractionGG for the Indy Series, live from Indianapolis Motor Speed. We're going to find out who's going to kiss those bricks. Until then, we will see you guys elsewhere around another track. Take care. Be good. Have a good night.